This is big breaking news. We have an emergency situation in 6 different states right now. We have complete shutdowns going on of our critical infrastructure systems. That's what's happening in 6 different states right now. And this could be a dry run. This could be a test run for something big. They are going to do these attacks in coordination, okay? It's not just going to be one thing. It's going to hit multiple different states, multiple different regions at once, and the U.S. is going to be paralyzed to response. That is the goal here, and that is what is being set up right now with emergency situations in 6 different states like Texas, Oklahoma, New Jersey, New Mexico, Kansas, Idaho. Okay, all these states are having emergency situations right now, and they're having shutdowns of their critical infrastructure that they need to operate, and it's putting people's lives in danger. All right, and if something really big happens, this is what they're going to do. They're going to do exactly what just happened in these 6 states. They're going to do it nationwide and try to shut down this critical infrastructure that they just shut down nationwide. And these 6 states are going to try to do this everywhere. All right, so we cannot respond to the big one. When the big one comes, this is going to be part of the plan. So we cannot respond, and people, the casualty event, the casualty tally will be a lot bigger and a lot higher. All right, that is what they're setting us up for right now, and you need to be getting prepared. Just having basic things like basic first aid equipment is going to be critical and extremely valuable in the future. Even things just like Neosporin, right, to prevent cuts from getting infected, being able to clean your cuts, clean your wounds. Little things like this are going to be infinitely more valuable in the future as stuff like this happens. And we could see a major event like this right before we see a big attack. Right? This makes sense militarily that this part of our critical infrastructure would be taken offline right before a major attack. Right? So be on high alert, be on red alert. They're getting ready for something big. All right, and they already have emergency situations in Texas, Oklahoma, New Mexico, Kansas, New Jersey, and Idaho, and other states right now are getting webbed into this too. All right, so what's going on right now is that there has been a major cyber attack that has hit our hospital system and hit our emergency room systems right now, and people are being diverted from the emergency rooms in these 6 states because there's been a major cyber attack on Ardent hospitals, Ardent Health. They have a cyber attack and people are locked out of their systems there. They cannot access their patient data. They cannot access their medication data. All these things are locked out, and a lot of systems are completely automated now, and it's all through the computer. They can't even administer certain things unless it goes through a computer. All right, and they have to check it with computer. Everything's computerized now, and they are locked out of their systems, and they are diverting their patients from these ERs and from these hospitals in 6 different states right now. And you can see here the workforce of Ardent is over 23,000 employees, and their operations across 30 hospitals and more than 200 care facilities in Texas, Oklahoma, New Mexico, Kansas, New Jersey, and Idaho, and collaboratives with over 1,400 affiliated healthcare providers spanning these 6 states. And it says, quote, Ardent is still determining the full impact of this event, and it is too soon to know how long this will take or what data may be involved in this incident. All right, so this is big, and why I said that this would be a precursor to an attack, because this is exactly what a hostile country, group, whoever is doing these cyber attacks, and I'm going to get to this interesting article in just a second, but this is exactly what a group would do before a mass casualty event. All right, and if you remember those Army and DoD documents that were leaked a couple weeks ago, I made a whole video on it. They're preparing for a mass casualty event. That is what they're preparing for right now. The Army and the Department of Defense, they're getting ready for that. And shutting down the hospitals is exactly what would happen before a mass casualty event, before an even bigger attack, so nobody can get the care they need. And these are emergency rooms too. It's the emergency rooms being targeted. And this actually happened earlier in the year. There was something very similar that happened where there was a network of hospitals that had to go offline because they were under a major cyber attack. All right. So this stuff, they are doing dry runs. They are seeing what they can get away with and what they need to do in the event of an even bigger attack, so they can shut down our critical medical infrastructure and not allow us to respond and get the help we need, so there's even more casualties. All right, this is warfare. There's a secret war going on in the background, right? A secret, hidden, silent war that is going on. Silent weapons of silent wars is what's going on right now, and they're in the background. And check out this other article here. There could be groups, it could be anyone that is doing this. And check out this. Cybersecurity firm executive pleads guilty to hacking hospitals. This is an article out of Bleeping Computer just last week. All right, the cybersecurity firm executive that runs the cybersecurity for these hospitals, he was hacking into the hospitals. I believe this was in Minnesota. I believe this was in Duluth, Minnesota, where this was. And he was hacking his own hospitals so they would be scared and they would be worried and they would be saying that we need this cybersecurity firm to protect them. And he was harassing them. He was forcing the printers. He was hacking the printers to print out, like kind of threatening messages and things like this. Crazy the capabilities that are out there. And even cybersecurity companies and everything could be the ones hacking you. That's exactly what happened. They got access to their computers and they did the hack themselves so they would keep paying for the service. This is a mind, a mind F. All right, this is crazy. All right, that's why these cyber attacks are so dangerous, because they can come from any group, anywhere, and it can also be blamed on anyone. Okay, they can say it was this country, and it could be this country they say it is, but it also could not be, and it could be a massive escalation for war. All right. Also, General Electric just had a major cyber attack and a major data breach as well, and they're saying that DARPA documents and military documents were swept up in this leak and this ransomware attack on General Electric. All right, this just happened on November 25th. This is coming out of Bleeping Computer as well. General Electric investigates claims of cyber attack, data theft. And you know how it is. These companies are contractors for the military. So they have military secrets, they have DARPA secrets, and they are saying that these secrets are now for sale on dark web browsers. All right, that's exactly what's going on these dark web forums. They're selling this information to someone that might want it. This information might be valuable. There could be credential information. All of these things are a possibility. There was a cyber attack on a nuclear facility as well in Idaho just a few days ago as well, right? All this stuff's going on, and you need to be getting prepared, need to be getting ready for a cyber attack on your critical infrastructure in your area. On the water, Pennsylvania, one of their water districts just had a cyber attack as well. They're not saying that there was any ill will, nothing happened apparently, but they're saying that there was a data breach and their systems were breached. All right, so these probes are happening all the time, and get ready for the big one to happen in your area, in your region. And if you want to be prepared, look into things like water tanks, generators, all this stuff. You don't have to have this stuff, but this is the stuff that I've used to live off grid in my RV since 2020. All right, 200-gallon water tanks, inverter generators, champion inverter generators. This is the stuff that you need. Little solar kits, storable food, all this stuff, you need to have it, and medical equipment as well. Have ibuprofen, have fever, have Tylenol, all right? Have these basic pain relievers, and have basic medical equipment as well, and have a good first aid kit. And also look into things, this is part of my bug out bag too, I just thought about it. a poison extractor in case you get bit by a snake or a poisonous bug. It's this very primitive device. It's just this giant suction cup essentially that you can put on your arm, your leg, whatever, to suck this poison out really fast. You need to do it right away. This is something you need to have on you in your bug out bag or in your wilderness bag if you're going out into the woods. But all these things, you need to have medical first aid kit. Do not go to the hospital unless it's a last resort, unless it's a critical emergency. Do not go to these places unless you desperately need to. All right, so thank you guys so much. Please hit it up for me down there. Please hit that like, hit that sub if you want to get notified of more news that I'm bringing you guys every single day. All right, I really appreciate that. I hope you have big blessings in your life and your family, and I hope you have a big old blessed day.